Hi everybody, welcome to today's video where we're going to talk a little bit about the Apple family. We'll talk about how the Apple family came to be, when it all started and how far back the Apple family goes. And we'll talk a little more about each member of the Apple family. Before we start, I want to thank you for subscribing to this channel, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit a bell, because 94% don't you have a subscription with me. I will be happy for the comment and every single subscription, but now come back to the video. Before we begin, we need to explain how this video today. There will be two lines of the family tree. The main part will be the Applejack family, and gradually we will add more relatives. Unfortunately, there is not much information on some of the relatives. That will be the second part. The total number of family members is 60, from what I get read, but the number may not be final. So let's go back in time and start with the oldest ponies. The Apple family goes back to the founding of Ponyville and maybe even farther than that, but the Apple family is a big one, and we'll start with Granny Smith as usual. Granny Smith is Applejack's grandmother. Granny Smith settled down after a time of traveling, just as Ponyville was being made. Next in line is Grandpa, which is the grandfather of Applejack. Unfortunately, he really couldn't say it was love that put them together, since as we know, Grandpa is that after Peter Butter married Brian Mac's son Granny Smith. So he ran away. We got to see him again just in the episode The Perfect Peter. He ended up staying in the family apple. This is the beginning of a large family, for from Grandpa was his daughter Per Butter, and from Granny Smith was his son Brian Mac, but there is no information on either of these two, but I can find out about them from Grandpa or Granny Smith, where they even had one episode of The Perfect Peter. This resulted in 3 siblings. The first is Applejack, one of the main characters of Main 6 in the series. Main 6 also consists of Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and Rarity. Then we have Big Mac, brother AJ. He doesn't talk much, but he marries Sugar Bell at the end of the stories. And finally, the youngest sibling is Apple Bloom. But let's go back to Big Mac and Sugar Bell, where we see their son in the last episode of the series. According to the information I've been able to find out, their son name is Big Sugar. This is the core Apple family around AJ, but as far as we know, the total number of apples is 60. We've got work to do, so this video doesn't take an hour, so let's do it. As another relative of AJ, Apple Strudel is an uncle in the Apple family. I would guess he is the uncle of AJ, Big Mac, and Apple Bloom. That will be a very complicated family tree. Such an interesting fact, Apple Strudel only appeared in My Little Pony once, and only for a few seconds. Another of the older relatives is the Apple Rose. Apple Rose is Grandma Granny Smith's cousin. That's interesting. Apple Rose is basically Granny Smith's rival. The second to last oldest pony of the Apple family is Auntie Applesauce, is Granny Smith's aunt, and also Applejack's great-grandmother. Every year, Granny Smith, Apple Rose, Applesauce, and Golden Delicious go to Las Pegasus to have some fun. The last older pony is Golden Delicious, mentioned a moment ago. Unfortunately, it was impossible to trace what relation she is in the Apple family. But as an interesting fact about her, she has a lot of kids, which is also a reference to The Simpsons, which is a reference to the same character. These are all the older ponies that appeared in My Little Pony in the Apple family. Now we're gonna take a look at the grown-up ponies, and there is no shortage of them. And the first ground relative is Brayburn. He is a cousin of Applejack, Big Mac, and Apple Bloom. He lies in the western town of Appaloosa. But we must not mention Apple Bloom, which is the daughter of Peter Butter and Brian Mac. She is also the sister of Applejack and Big Mac. And last but not least, she is a member of the Kitty Mark Crusaders, where Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo also belongs. Then we have the youngest ponies, and that Bebseed is the cousin of Apple Bloom from Manhattan. But what was also interesting for me is that Bebseed is a former member of Cutie Mark Crusaders. She got Cutie Mark in comics. These are the ponies that are somehow traceable to the origins of the Apple family. And now let's take a quick look at the ponies that are mentioned as being in the Apple family. Also, and with my own inference, I will try to match the name if the Apple family members have any relation to each other. So here we have Delicious family. I guess Red Delicious with name is the grandson of Goldie Delicious. We also have Golden Delicious, which I would say is the sir of Red Delicious. Another family member that we don't know much about is Apple Flitter. She only appears at family events and is also colored Apple Dazzle, and I would guess by her named Lavender Flitter is her sister. Well, take most of these ponies that are already a little fast and we name. Let's call them. The ponies are Red Gala, Caramel Apple, Apple Cider, Apple Cobra, Apple Honey, Apple Munchies, Gala Apple Pie, Jonah Gold, Pit Sweet, Perfect Pie, Apple Brown Betty, Apple Bumpkin, Apple Dumpling, Apple Leaves, Half-Baked Apple, High-Set Turnip Truck, Fiddly Twang, Butterscream. And finally we have members of the Apple family that we only know their names about. So let's remember them. And there's Apple Tart, Baked Apples, Apple Bridge, Apple Cinnamon Crisps, Apple Bat, Apple Bread, Apple Slice, Apple Twirl, Gingerbread, Maple Apple. Unfortunately, I can say for sure about these other ponies whether they belonged to the Apple family or not. Cherry Berry, Cloud Haster, Cinnamon Sugar, Emerald Green, Flounder, Full Steam, Golden Harvest, Mr. Greenhouse, Henia, Jumbo, Kazooie, Lucky Clover, Meat Song, Orange Zero, Peach Perfect, Pomegranate, Princess Aurora, Showshine. This is the complete Apple family and should also be the complete family tree of the Apple family. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to give a like, subscribe, hit a bell or a comment, and I will be glad of every single view. Bye!